So in this lesson, we will learn how we can create the buttons here, the diagonal slanted buttons which I showed you. So first of all, I don't need these parts, so I will hide them. I will just keep it on the screen. And I will press Shift A on my keyboard and then go to the mesh and cube. Now once I have the cube, I will bring it in front, press S on the keyboard to scale it down. Okay, so one more thing is that it is scaling from my like 3D cursor. So what I have to do here is that I have to change this to my median point. Okay, and now I can freely scale it. And I will rotate in and snap it here with the Alt key or Option key if you're using Mac. So this is the size of the button, but I have to increase the height of the button. So I will press S on the keyboard, Z, so that it will scale it only on the height here. Okay, so this is what I have right now. And to make it a little bit longer so it can cut through the panel, I will press S on the keyboard and S on the keyboard and X so that it will scale it on the X-axis, just like this. Okay, now one more thing we have to make sure here is that we have to go to the object and apply the scale. Once we are done with this part, we can go and make this a little bit slanted and edges I want to curve it. So I will press tab on the keyboard and I will select the top face and the bottom face. Okay, so just the top face, sorry. So I will select the top face and I will move it here so it will become a little bit slanted. Just let's see how slanted you want. Okay, I think that's fine. And then what I will do here is that I will take my edge tool here and select these edges. Okay, on the corners, and I will press Ctrl B on the keyboard. And I will scale, I will just bevel it with the Control B or Command B if you're using Mac and increase the number of segments. So segments I will increase to 2 around. Okay. And then what I will do is that I will take my face, select this face, and I will press Control B on the keyboard to bevel the face as well. So something around this much. Okay, increase the segment to 25. So I will have this nice looking button here. Now, this button actually is like a regular button here, but if you will notice that the button have to be go through, like it should have a cutout here. Now, if I will cut it out with the same button size, so there won't be any sort of a panel line, or there won't be any sort of a nice kind of a gap between the hole and the button. So what we need to do here is that we have to make like a duplicate of this button. First of all, I will rename this cube to button. Okay, and I will press Shift D on the keyboard and press right click so that it will get created over the existing original button, and rename the duplicated one to button Boolean. So this will be my Boolean. Now I will go to the button Boolean by pressing tab and I will go inside the editing mode of the button Boolean and press A on the keyboard when the faces are selected. So everything will be selected here. So this should be slight bigger than the button so that it can cut out with a like a larger size, larger than the button size. So what I will do here is that I will press I will go to my extrude and I will choose extrude along normals, and then I will increase the size of this. So what it will do is that it will make this button go slightly bigger than the actual button. Okay, and then I will press tab again to go out of my edit mode. Now I have this button which will be bigger than this, okay? And this is my actual button here. So now what I will do is that I want to create 4 of these like button and 4 of the Booleans. So in order to do that, what I can do here is that I can create, for the safe side, I can duplicate this one, the one that I just created, Shift D, right click on it and go to the tab mode again. Okay, already my like faces are selected, my edge along normals is selected, and I will make a slight bigger version of this. Okay, so not too big, not too small, slight bigger, and press tab again to go out of the edit mode, and you can see it is slight bigger. Now reason why I did this, for the safe side, because you never know if things goes wrong. So I will select each one of them and I will make 4 version of these. So the best way to do is by going to the modifier, add modifier, okay, and choose array. Now I don't want any X array. I will use 0. I want Y array maybe -1. Okay, and I want to get enough space so we so it can look like a pressable button, and plus we need some space here to write the text. So I think -1.1 or -1.2. Yeah, -1.2 is good. Okay, and 4 of this, so I will increase the count and I will apply the array. Now I will do the same thing to this array, -1.2, 4 of these. Oh, sorry, is like 0 x like more like distance, 4 count. Okay, everything as it is. Now you can see that it is slightly offset is creating an issue. So what I can do, I can press shift here, try to reduce it a little bit so it stays as on it. Now I think this is fine. Okay, and then once this is done, I will go and apply. Now I will select the last one, array 0x, 4 counts, and -1.2. Okay, this is too much, so I can press shift here and then reduce the value just to see it's better. I think this is fine. Click here and apply. Okay, now first of all, what I'm going to do, I will take this, the bigger one, the more bigger one. I will hide the smaller Boolean and keep the bigger Boolean here and move it across. And also I will hide the button so far for now. Okay, now I'm going to select this, go to the add modifier here, Boolean, and I will choose by this picker, I will choose this part. Okay, so now this is selected here, and you can see if I hide this, you can see how the result is. Okay, so this is how you can see. If I do faster, it will look like this. If I use exact, it will look like this. So I think faster looks better because faster is giving me this panel line as well. Looks very nice. Okay. And what I can do here is that I can go back here, apply. Okay. And now if I click on this one, I don't think I need this anymore. Let's hide this for now. Let's see if I take my actual buttons, move it in. Yeah, this looks good. Perfect fit. Okay, so actually the one which I made, the bigger one, works better. So I use that one instead of the smaller Boolean. I use the bigger Boolean. So now I don't need these Booleans here because I'm done with that. So I will delete this Boolean. I don't need this Boolean as well. I will delete this Boolean. Okay, so now I have this everything ready here. Okay, so I can pull this. One more thing we can do here is that optional. If you will select this, press tab. Okay, and then if you press L on your keyboard and hover over these like Boolean parts, so they will be selected. Like suppose if I hover here, press L, over here L, over here L, over here L, and then it will be selected. So what I can do, I can press G on the keyboard to move around and press X on the keyboard so that it will move on the X axis. So I can slightly move it outwards, not too much. Press tab again. So it will have a little bit push. So this will also create a really nice effect. So maybe because these are retros, these should look like pressable buttons. So this is how you can create buttons. So once the buttons are created, so what we can do here is that we can hide these buttons and we can add some bevel to these sharper edges. So I will select this button panel and press tab on the keyboard so I can go to my edge, my edit mode. I will select my edges here, go to select and select sharper edges. So you can see that all the sharper edges are selected. Let me see, are these only the sharper edges? Yes, these are the sharper edges. So what I will do here is that I will also hide the top cassette player, the Walkman base, so I can see from the sides. And then I will go to the X-ray mode. I don't want these because these are inside. So what I will do, I'll press Control on the keyboard and select all these to deselect them. So this is what I don't want it. So I will go back to normal mode and I will press Control B on the keyboard to create a bevel. Okay, now I will slightly increase, I will more like decrease the segments to 5 and start increasing the width. So I think width 0 point is fine. Okay, and if I go to, I think little lesser, maybe 1 tab. Okay, so yeah, that is fine. So as I will turn on my buttons. So yeah, so they have a good curves. So this is how we can create a nice panel of buttons and the buttons themselves. So other parts we will learn in the next class.